They were once the youngest, purest faces on American television. Now, almost every name in Leave It to Beaver belongs to a headstone. This is Leave It to Beaver Then and Now, where innocence survived, but time showed no mercy. Barbara Billingsley as June Cleaver. Barbara Billingsley was born on December 22, 1915 in Los Angeles, California. She was already in her early 40s when she took on the role of June Cleaver in Leave It to Beaver, becoming the calm, perfectly groomed mother at the center of America's most idealized television family. As June Cleaver became a national symbol of domestic perfection, Billingsley herself was quietly trapped by it. Barbara Billingsley died on October 16, 2010, at the age of 94, from complications related to polymyalgia rheumatica. Hugh Beaumont as Ward Cleaver. Hugh Beaumont was born on February 16, 1909, in Lawrence, Kansas. He was 48 years old when he stepped into the role of Ward Cleaver in Leave It to Beaver. After the series ended in 1963, offers dried up rapidly. Disillusioned, he withdrew from Hollywood and returned to his ministerial roots, teaching religion and counseling. In his later years, Beaumont's health declined, and his life grew increasingly private. Tony Dow as Wally Cleaver. Tony Dow, born on April 13, 1945 in Hollywood, Los Angeles, California, was just 12 years old when he began playing Wally Cleaver in Leave It to Beaver. When Leave It to Beaver ended in 1963, the industry struggled to see him as anything beyond Wally. Dow married young, divorced, remarried, and wrestled with the instability that followed early fame without a clear second act. Tony Dow died on July 27, 2022, at the age of 77, from complications related to cancer. Jerry Mathers as Theodore Beaver Cleaver. Born on June 2, 1948, Jerry Mathers was born in Sioux City, Iowa. He was only 8 years old when he became Theodore Beaver Cleaver in Leave It to Beaver. As Leave It to Beaver grew into a cultural phenomenon, his face became inseparable from childhood itself. Mathers married and divorced multiple times, struggling to balance private life with a public identity that refused to age with him. By 2026, Jerry Mathers is 78 years old, one of the last surviving pillars of classic television's golden age. Ken Osmond as Eddie Haskell. Ken Osmond, born on June 7, 1943, in Glendale, California, was just 14 years old when he began playing Eddie Haskell in Leave It to Beaver. After Leave It to Beaver ended in 1963, Osmond discovered that Hollywood could not separate him from Eddie Haskell. Brief appearances in projects like The Munsters failed to reset his image. With a family to support, Osmond made a decision that shocked fans. He walked away from acting entirely. Ken Osmond died on May 18, 2020, at his home in Los Angeles, at the age of 76. Stephen Talbot as Gilbert Bates. Born February 28, 1949, Stephen Talbot was born in California. He was around 10 years old when he appeared as Gilbert Bates in Leave It to Beaver. Unlike many former child actors who fought to stay visible, Talbot felt the pull of a different calling. Adulthood brought a decisive reinvention. Talbot became a journalist, producer, and documentarian, moving behind the camera to tell stories with social weight and historical urgency. By 2026, Stephen Talbot is 77 years old, living a quiet, private life away from the spotlight. Sue Randall was born on October 8, 1935, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. She was 21 years old when she appeared as Miss Landers in Leave It to Beaver. Randall's acting career expanded beyond Leave It to Beaver with regular work on television throughout the late 1950s and early 1960s. Randall married actor Peter Blake Powell, but the relationship collapsed under the strain of two careers and growing emotional distance, ending in divorce. Sue Randall died on October 26, 1984, at just 49 years old from complications related to lung cancer. Diane Brewster as Miss Canfield. Diane Brewster, born on March 11, 1931, in Hollywood, Los Angeles, California. She was 26 years old when she appeared as Miss Canfield in Leave It to Beaver, portraying Beaver's first teacher. Groomed early by Hollywood, Brewster worked steadily through the 1950s, appearing in westerns such as The Rifleman and Cheyenne. Brewster married actor James Keyes, but the relationship ended in divorce, deepening her withdrawal from the industry. Diane Brewster died on November 12, 1991, at the age of 60, following a prolonged illness. Stanley Fafara as Whitey Whitney. Stanley Fafara, born on September 20, 1949, in Los Angeles, California. He was barely 10 years old when he became one of the familiar neighborhood kids. Like many child actors, Fafara's early fame did not lead to lasting stability. In adulthood, Fafara's life unraveled quietly but decisively. He battled substance abuse for years, a struggle that escalated as he searched for identity beyond his childhood role. Stanley Fafara died on September 20, 2003, his 54th birthday, after suffering complications related to HIV/AIDS. They once represented the safest, simplest version of American childhood. But time stripped that illusion away one life at a time. Most of the Leave It to Beaver cast is now gone, and the few who remain carry the full weight of a vanished television era. Which story stayed with you the longest? Leave a comment below, and follow us as we continue uncovering the truths behind Hollywood's most beloved families.